My name is Sophia Reynolds, and for 15 years I thought I was building a life. Turns out I was building evidence. I'm 34 now, living in a four-bedroom colonial in a leafy suburb outside Raleigh, North Carolina. The house has wide oak floors I refinished myself, a kitchen with white shaker cabinets I picked out during a rare moment when Liam let me decide something big, and a backyard swing the kids still fight over, even though Mia's 10 and Lucas is 7. From the outside, we looked perfect. Soccer mom with the minivan, handsome husband in commercial real estate, two bright kids, golden retriever named Scout, who never quite learned not to jump on guests. Inside, I spent most nights wondering why the man I married kept getting home later, smelling like bourbon and gardenia perfume that wasn't mine. I never wanted to be the suspicious wife. I hated the idea of it, snooping, doubting, turning into one of those women who check phones and track mileage. But doubt has a way of creeping in when the excuses pile up like unpaid bills. It started small. A late client dinner that ended at 2 a.m., a weekend site visit in Charlotte when his phone location showed him at a downtown hotel, texts he'd angle away from me at breakfast. I told myself I was paranoid. Marriage requires trust, right? So I trusted. Until I couldn't. 3 years ago, when Mia was 7 and Lucas 4, I installed nanny-cams. Not because I suspected Liam, I swear I didn't. I just wanted to see the kids during the day when I ran to the grocery store or picked up dry cleaning. The cameras were small, white, innocent-looking little domes tucked into bookshelves and kitchen corners. Liam saw them once, rolled his eyes, called it helicopter mom stuff, and never mentioned them again. I kept the cloud backups active under my maiden name, Sophia Carter, because I liked knowing I could check on the kids from my phone if I ever needed to. I never planned to use them against him. Not at first. The night everything changed was February 12th, 2025. Valentine's Day was 2 days away. I'd bought him the cologne he always wore, Creed Aventus, stupidly expensive, and wrapped it in red paper with a little heart tag that said, "Forever yours." I was still trying, still hoping. He texted at 7:14 p.m. "Big closing tonight, don't wait up. Love you." I put the kids to bed, read them extra chapters of The Wild Robot, kissed their foreheads, then sat on the couch with herbal tea and my laptop. I opened the camera app out of habit. The living room feed was live. At 1:17 a.m., the front door opened. Liam walked in laughing, too loud, too loose. A woman followed him, tall, blonde, mid-20s, wearing a black dress that hugged every curve. She kicked off her heels in the foyer like she'd been there before. They didn't speak much. They didn't need to. They kissed like people who'd done it many times. Clothes hit the floor, the same couch where Lucas built Lego towers and Mia read Harry Potter, became their stage. I watched the whole thing. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I just sat there, tea gone cold, heart hammering so hard I thought it might crack a rib. When it was over, they laughed. She said, "Your wife never suspects a thing, does she?" Liam answered, "Self-sweet. She trusts me completely. Makes it easy." I saved the clip, time-stamped, backed it up to 3 encrypted drives. Then I closed the laptop, walked upstairs, brushed my teeth, and slid into bed beside the empty side where Liam would eventually stumble in around 3 a.m. He smelled of her. I pretended to sleep. The next morning, he kissed my cheek like nothing happened. "Morning, babe. Big day ahead." I smiled, packed lunches, drove carpool. Inside, something had snapped. Not loudly, not dramatically, but cleanly, like a wire that had been fraying for years, finally parting. I didn't confront him that day, or the next. I started watching. Every night after the kids were asleep, I reviewed footage. I found patterns. Brooke, her name was Brooke Callahan, wasn't the first. There'd been Jenna, a realtor with red hair who came over 6 times the previous summer when I took the kids to my mom's in Wilmington for long weekends. There'd been a woman named Tara before that, a paralegal from his office. Each one younger, shinier, hungrier. Each one filmed in our house. But it wasn't just the affairs. Liam talked on speakerphone in the kitchen when he thought I was asleep. He bragged about creative accounting, inflating expense reports, hiding referral bonuses in a separate account under his mother's maiden name, funneling client gifts into personal investments. He laughed with a buddy about how he took out a second mortgage without telling me because Soph would freak about the payments. He even discussed, casually, like ordering pizza, how to get leverage if I ever got difficult. One clip chilled me to the bone. If she fights, we'll say she's unstable. Postpartum stuff never went away. Judge will give me primary custody. She'll get weekends and supervised visits. I saved every second. I didn't tell anyone at first. Not my mom, not my sister in Durham, not even my best friend Lauren, who'd been asking why I looked so tired. I needed to be sure. I needed proof that couldn't be explained away. For 2 months, I lived 2 lives. By day, the cheerful mom, the supportive wife, the woman who still ironed his shirts and asked about his day. By night, the archivist. I cross-referenced footage with bank statements Liam had given me limited access to years ago. He never changed the passwords. I found the second mortgage. I found Venmo payments to Brooke labeled dinner reimbursement. I found gambling app transactions, thousands disappearing into DraftKings and offshore sites. I hired a private investigator quietly, using money from my freelance editing side gig. Liam always called it cute little hobby money. The PI pulled old phone records, confirmed hotel stays, even got photos of Liam and Brooke at a rooftop bar downtown. I hired Elena Vasquez in late March. She's a family law shark in Raleigh. Short, dark hair, sharp suits, sharper tongue. She watched the clips without flinching. This isn't a divorce. This is a demolition. We're going for everything. The house, primary custody, spousal support, reimbursement for dissipated assets. And if he fights dirty, we'll let the DA decide whether to press charges. We prepared for 4 months. I rehearsed answers. Elena taught me to keep my face neutral, to let Liam talk himself into holes. She'll want a reaction, she said. Give him silence. Silence is louder than screaming. Liam filed first in July. He wanted the house. He always called it his investment, primary custody, the kids need stability, and the joint accounts. He offered me $15,000 and the minivan. Generous, he thought. The day before the final hearing, he came home early. He tossed new house keys on the kitchen island, keys he'd planned to change tomorrow. Brooke stood beside him in the doorway, arms crossed, smirking, wearing the diamond earrings he'd bought her last month with our joint credit card. "Pack your shit, Soph," he said, voice thick with satisfaction. "Tomorrow's the best day of my life. I'm taking everything. The house, the kids most of the time, the money. You'll get supervised visits if you're lucky. Brooke's moving in next week. We're redecorating. Get rid of those ugly curtains you love so much." Brooke giggled. "We'll turn the playroom into a home gym. No more kitty toys everywhere." I sipped my tea. "You did everything exactly as I asked," I said quietly. Liam frowned. "What?" "Your lawyer followed the script. You brought her here. You said those exact words. Perfect." He laughed, but it sounded thin. "Here delusional. See? Unstable. The judge'll eat that up." I stood. "Get ready for a show, Liam. For both of you." I walked past them, grabbed my bag, and drove to Elena's office. The folder in my lap was 3 inches thick. The courtroom smelled like old wood and anxiety. Judge Carter, late 60s, silver hair and a neat bun, eyes like steel traps, sat high on the bench. Liam looked polished, confident, arms crossed. His attorney, a slick guy named Hargrave, opened strong. "Your Honor, my client has been the sole financial provider. The defendant has no meaningful income. The marital home was purchased with his earnings. Primary custody is in the children's best interest. Mrs. Reynolds has shown erratic behavior and poor judgment." Liam nodded, smug. Elena rose. "Your Honor, we have counterclaims and evidence that changes the entire picture." She started slow. "First, the house. I produced the original deed. Liam had forged my signature on the second mortgage documents. Notarized handwriting analysis confirmed it. The judge's eyebrows climbed. Second, dissipation. Bank records showed $92,000 funneled to personal accounts, gambling apps, gifts for Brooke, including a $7,800 Cabo trip I never knew about. Video stills, time-stamped, showed Liam handing Brooke cash and jewelry in our living room. Third, moral turpitude. Elena cued the footage. The courtroom screen flickered. The first clip played. Liam and Brooke on the couch, explicit, laughing about how easy Soph is to fool. Another, Liam on the phone saying, if she fights, we'll say she's crazy, get her committed if we have to. Mia's voice in the background, Daddy, who's that lady?
Liam's face went gray. His attorney objected. Privacy violation, but Judge Carter allowed it. Common areas, child safety purpose, no expectation of privacy when he knew the cameras existed. She watched 3 clips, then paused. Counselor, she said to Hargrove, your client appears to have committed multiple felonies on camera. Adultery in the marital home, financial fraud, potential perjury. I'm referring this to the district attorney. Liam's attorney slumped. Elena kept going. We asked for the marital home awarded solely to Mrs. Reynolds, full physical and legal custody to her, child support based on actual income, including hidden assets, and spousal support to compensate for dissipated funds. Judge Carter didn't hesitate long. The court finds clear evidence of dissipation, fraud, and conduct detrimental to the children. The marital home is awarded to Mrs. Reynolds, primary custody to Mrs. Reynolds, supervised visitation from Mr. Reynolds pending evaluation, child support, $3,200 monthly, spousal support, $2,500 monthly for 5 years, Mr. Reynolds to pay $92,000 in reimbursement for dissipated assets within 90 days. Liam stood. This is bullshit. Gavel. Sit down, Mr. Reynolds. In the hallway, Brooke waited. When Liam staggered out, tie loose, face ashen, she looked up. Well, we got the house? I lost everything. Brooke's smile vanished. What do you mean, everything? The house, the kids, money? She had cameras. Everything's on tape. Brooke stepped back. Cameras? You idiot. You let her record us? I didn't know. Brooke's face twisted. I'm not going down with you. I didn't sign up for this. She turned, heels clicking away. Don't call me. Liam stood alone. I walked out with Elena. I didn't gloat. I just breathed, deep, steady, as if tasting freedom for the first time. Liam lurched forward. Sophia, please. I have nothing, nowhere to go, the kids. I stopped, looked at him, not with hate, but with the calm of someone who'd already closed the book. You wanted freedom, Liam. You said the house felt like a prison. You wanted Brooke, the deals, the secrets. You have it now, all of it. Go live it. I walked past him, into sunlight. That evening, I sat on the back porch with Mia and Lucas. We ate pizza, extra cheese. They asked when Daddy was coming home. I answered honestly. Daddy made some big mistakes. He needs time to figure things out, but we're okay. We're safe and we're together. After they were asleep, I opened my laptop. I deleted the cloud backups, every clip, every file. I didn't need them anymore. The truth had done its work. I poured wine, sat on the couch where it all began, and let myself cry, not from pain, but release. The weight was gone. The house was mine. The children were safe. The future was mine to shape. Outside, crickets sang. Inside, the home felt warm again, quiet, steady, whole. I smiled into the dark. Evidence, preparation, silence. They balanced the scales. And for the first time in years, I felt truly free.